Yo, yo, let's start it up. So, I just finished writing my Duels Diaries post for the week, my weekly endeavor, so to speak, and it highlighted a couple decks, and now I'm gonna spin the wheel a bit and go out and play them for you. And I guess I'll do a few rounds with each of them so that, this can kind of go with the article if you're interested in that. But some things I talked about quite a bit, like trying to build an Abzan mid-range deck, blue-red burn deck, things like that, and just some tweaks that need to be made, some changes that need to be made. Well, this is my first attempt at making those changes. Same thing with Esper control, different ramps, things like that. So that's what's up. Let's see if we can find some games and duel it up. And we'll start with this Abzan mid-range list. And let's see here. Let's see what we got for our first opponent of the day. Alright, Mike-tacular one. He's a rapper. Let's go see what we can do. So, yeah, that's a better keep. It is tapped land, turn 2 play, tapped land, hopefully turn 4. So we'll go for it. But it would be nice to draw another land, one that did not enter the battlefield tapped. That would be a big negative. And it is the problem with kind of 3-color decks that hope to get out on a strong start, is lands entering the battlefield tapped. It's one of the things in this format that adds a ton of variance. It just adds a ton of variance to the whole game. And, I'd prefer it didn't. I'd prefer that wasn't a thing, but there's nothing we can do about that. And we still have to have our colored sources, so that's the way it is. We've already got people showing up in comments. Hello, hello. Sup, Mordivore. Gillette. I don't know. Some of the Twitch names, you guys, you give me you give me some exercise in linguistics, but that's fine. Not putting that down one bit. Let's see what else we're doing here. I'm just checking on some stuff. So something else that's going on today, and you don't have to turn off my channel to watch it or anything, but Magic Enter the Battlefield. It's a documentary about Magic the Gathering, and it just it's premiering on Twitch on the official Magic the Gathering channel. It's going to be on like every hour, like on a loop all day, and then it will be on YouTube tomorrow. But you should really watch it. It's a documentary about pro Magic, competitive Magic, and I've only watched about half of it so far. I'm going to watch the whole thing later tonight, but it looks really cool, and I'm already really looking forward to watching more after I'm done playing Magic with all you guys. And I think I'll even get my wife to watch it. She likes documentaries. She might be curious and what the heck I'm so into all the time. She knows a bit about it. She's been with me to the biggest events. She was with me at Nationals, which was, let me try to remember this correctly. I had there was this period of time where Nationals was in Baltimore like the weekend before our wedding, and then the week after my wedding I had to be in Orlando for a week for a work thing. It was pretty, it was the week after the honeymoon. So I went from Baltimore Magic the Gathering Nationals to getting married to our honeymoon in New York to Orlando. It was a really intense set of weeks, but she made sure that there was time for Magic in there, and I've always appreciated that. Alright. Pacifist isn't going to attack, and it's getting brickwalled now by the Guardians, which is a problem. Not exactly a time for Pacifist to shine, but this card really does shine when you get large creatures going, and when the opponent is trying to attack you. It just kind of wrecks their early tempo if they're using 2/3s or 2/2s. It makes their life pretty hard. So this isn't its proudest moment right now, facing down Mist Intruder and Guardians of Meletis, but let's just say that's not exactly the meta game I'm expecting in any sort of competitive world. Maybe it should be, because look how good this stuff is doing. But I will show you. I'm going to go over the top of this. We've got much bigger, nastier things to cast than this fairy that we're facing down. And if you want to ingest, that's cool, Mike-tacular. And top card of my library, I've got many more just like them. Yep. Evolving Wilds got 48 more just like it. Alright. Okay, so that's going to get our pacifist attacking, or we could track. And if I get my pacifist attacking, Nissa will just get attacked down by the flyers, so we'll wait on Nissa. We will track instead. But first, let's see if he knows how Death Touch works. we're gonna do a magic IQ test right here. And passed. Good. Alright. So now our turns are lining up like Tracker into Wanderer, then our Pacifist will get busy and that'll be fine. And it's certainly going to be, we're going to have a very large and in-charge board. We'll see if our opponent has like Gideon to drop on us or something that dramatically changes that plan. Of course, if they do, Anguish Unmaking, you know, rock solid removal right there, even for Planeswalkers. And our opponent's going to drop the tap land. Which is good. Which is good. And here we go. Got a message, just got to read that. Moment of silence while I respond in real time. Alright. So he's going after me, but he didn't cast anything, so we got our Pacifist, and he's trying to play aggro in the air. He's gonna find that to be a bit of a losing proposition. Let's go get our second white source, make some clues, so we have a late game to be envious of. Basically, cards that are in our hand, we just got to unlock them. That's how clues feel to me. And let's see, I guess we can attack now with the Pacifist before. We can attack now, then play the Wanderer in case it affects how he wants to block. I doubt it, but you never know. Let's see if he's got Gideon's Reproach, Celestial Flare, something not fun like that. And there's your blocks with the big old Guardians, holding things down while he gets his air raid on. Unfortunately, Guardians is gonna have a lot to overcome. Here's Woodland Wanderer. This card is a boss. That's all I can say about this guy. Woodland Wanderer is he's probably about the best you can do on turn 4. Thought Not Seer's up there too, and of course Gideon is up there. But man, when he comes down, he's a tough guy. Now this is turn 5. We didn't curve out perfectly, but one does what one can. And our opponent's going to Esper Zoa, making them pretty reliant on that Guardian of Meletus. It doesn't exactly give him great blocks yet. Here he comes. The attacking shall continue until one of us is dead. Let's see, he's exiled 3 lands so far. Kind of glad I didn't draw all that. Would be a bit of a flood. Although we still have spells to cast, so. Flooding's not that bad when you're still playing out your hand. And when you have clues. He hit the frog! Oh no, say it ain't so! Down goes Gitrog. Alright. So now what? One thing that's tempting is a Nissa Voices Zendikar, making all of our guys super awesome. We could also follow it with an Anguish Unmaking. What are his good blocks? It's a little complicated. He probably might want to trade just Zoa for this. Meletus would block Wanderer. The Sprite, I guess he thinks would block the Tracker. So I'm actually going to wait on Soren to stay as aggressive as possible and kind of cut his board down a little. And the plan for this turn is Unmaking and Nissa. Do we still have a black untapped with this? I think we do, yeah. Alright. So this will throw off his blocker plans. And then we have a way to blow up his blocker plans if he does something we really don't like. Some kind of a double block. But that's a lot of damage. There's also a chance we might be able to anguish a creature. Like if he puts the Meletus in front of Wanderer and accepts the rest of the damage, we can anguish the Meletus and the trample damage would go through for lethal, since you can do that after blocks are declared. And our opponent has to have a thinky think. It's a lot of damage. It's a big attack. Okay. Perfectly fine with that trade at this point. We've already got 4 clues. I don't need a bunch more. Meletus on the 5/5. Okay. And the 1/2 is gonna hang out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if we got 4 more damage through, we'd win. I don't think there's any reason to unmake anything. So there's no reason to try to pump the Tireless Tracker either. Yeah, this is fine. Down to 4. And pass turn. We'll either anguish unmaking something or activate a clue on his turn. Because we don't really want to cast 2 spells on our turn unless we have to, because we don't want to flip this back over unless we have to. Alright, he's got 2/4. And he's probably going to think about blocking. Okay. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. He takes 1, 2, 3, 4 if I power up a creature. So I think he's dead. He's still attacking. Okay. And he attacks me and not Nissa. Interesting. But I got him. He's dead as a doornail. It's all good. We add up the trample damage and then what he can do with chump blockers. I guess we'll take out the one that eats up the most trample damage here. Draw and get myself a little critter land. And if I did my math right, which sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, we'll go see if he's dead. Yep. Down, down, down he goes. Alright. Where's my book? Where's my notebook? There it is. Hide him from me. Junk! Avzan mid-range. Takes down some junk. W. Not the most useful of notes, but better than no notes at all, I suppose. And, you know, performance against junk matters if it's the middle of the night and I'm having a depressing day and I feel like winning. Gotta play the deck with a good record against the junk. Alright, let's do some more. So another thing I wrote about today was Big Spell Ramp. Let's get in and try this crazy deck out. Where did my other window go? I misplace windows that are like browser windows all the time. It is a thing I do. There it is. Alright. I lose them more than my keys. So here's the deck list for what we're about to do. There you go. And that's, of course, assumes somebody will accept a game with us. Actually, I'm sure they'd accept. Let's just say whether or not Stainless accepts a game with us. And let's see what's happening now. Searching for the players. Gonna duel them if we can connect. Searching for other players. Anything other Magic things to talk about? I watched the Pro Tour all weekend. It was really fun. I love watching standard Pro Tours, which I guess they're all going to be standard now. Sounds like they're not going to do any more modern Pro Tours. It was really fun. The decks were very interesting, very different. It made me really wish that Duels had a few of the key cards so I could sleeve them up in Duels, so to speak. But I guess I'll have to wait till Friday Night Magic to test some of those crazy builds. A lot of awesome players were in the top 8, which is great to see. Always good to see the people that you're into performing well. So that footage, I'm sure, will be on YouTube. Well, I know some of it's on YouTube now. I'm sure all of it will be on YouTube, maybe by the time I'm yapping about it. So that can be some fun viewing for everybody. And let's try again. Sometimes when it just searches for other players too long, it means it's just about to do that timeout, so save myself some time and try again and again and again. I also noticed this seems to go through fits, right? There's like periods of time where you can't connect at all, and it feels like it's taking forever, and then you don't notice it for certain periods of time. So I don't know if it's a server traffic thing or if it's, I don't know. I can't even begin to theorize. And we're definitely in one of those spells right now. Or at least that's what it seems like. But that's okay. I got my microphone. I got my Twitch open. I can chat it at you guys for a minute. It'll be alright. It'll be alright. So I tried to write an article today that was about preparing for the different tournaments that are coming up. You know, the Steam Showdown, an Xbox event, there's an iOS event. So whatever platform you're on, if you want to find a tournament now, you can. Or if you just like more competitive play out of your Duels experience, then you can look for. Then you can just try to tweak your decks to kind of a more of a meta approach, I suppose, or trying to build the better decks in the format, and you can try these lists out and things like that. And I think it was okay. There's still a lot I'm working on, like, all the time. And it seems like every time I write something down, it was good for about an hour after I wrote it, and then I think of something else. It's one of my issues, I guess, with my own writing, is that I move really fast through ideas, through decks, through different concepts in the format. And, you know, the format, of course, moves itself. So I guess, jeez, I don't know. Can't seem to get a game. So let me see if Gemini wants to play. And we'll see if he's interested. And then at least we'll have an opponent. That's when it's good to have a friends list. When the game just won't serve up a battle for you. Alright, he says I can, he says we can do that. So, we're gonna go see if, we're gonna go brawl with Gemini for a bit while we wait for Stainless to work out its connecting issues. And we'll see what he wants to play with. He might run the same deck for all of them, or he might do a variety pack too. We've been testing together over the weekend, trying to get more of a handle on this format. And that's where a lot of my ideas and stuff that I write about and the builds that I've got come from, is different playtest sessions. Usually with Gemini, but there's some other people who have helped me out. Maybe they're out there listening. The one I want to call like Para or Papa, but I can never remember the name off the top of my head. I can look at it on my friends list and maybe I'll get it right. Too Fast for You's battled with me a few times. Mongrel Goosey and I played. Para, yeah, Para. Para, some numbers, we played. That really helps. Let's see what Gemini's got. Let's see here. That's, I mean, man. Like, this hand with one more land is, like, really good. I guess I gotta toss it, though. It's just too risky. I guess I'll keep this. It's not that good. It's pretty bad. Pretty bad. But, that makes it better. That makes it better. So this is a big spell ramp deck. If you looked at the deck list in there, it's obviously about getting some Geist blasting, like burn shenanigans going. And a lot of the cards are in that you see in this hand are there to kind of complement that plan. Let's go get the red. And we need to top deck another land. Would be very nice. Let me see how many lands I run in this thing. Since I was just working on them, some of these bleed together, especially with the number of ramp decks. 25. So, I guess our chances are okay. Hey, don't you go not tapping that Foundry. There we go. Turn that sideways. All I did, if you're curious, was just zoom it. If you zoom the lands that, for whatever reason, don't tap. And land off the top is very handy. So we'll go straight up the chain. We'll play the trackers later. We'll get to that. Yeah. So here comes, I guess, Thopter Prowess out of Gemini? I don't know. Some kind of Thopters? It's a good clock, and it will put us to the test. Oh, there's Titan Strength. Yeehaw. Let's see. It's not really clear what we want to do with our next turn either. If we draw a land, it might be smartest just to follow the Titans, and we do draw the land. Or we can Tireless Tracker, make a clue from beyond. He's only got the 2 creatures. But I think the rule against Prowess is just to kill the creatures. But then what do we have for next turn? We don't have much. So I actually think I'll go the tracker route. We can't really expect to trade it off with the Thopter Engineer. Also, Tamio's Journal is just a card that might be way too slow. The idea of it actually getting time to do anything is, I don't know how likely it is, but that's why we're trying it out. And certainly when you're under this much pressure, well, he seems to be having colored mana trouble. He drew all 3 Foundries. That keeps him from casting a lot of spells in a turn, which is probably very important. Alright. And we'll get our Scion in the house. Another, oh, that's pretty good. Wish I had another land to play, but can't get too complainy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Can't kill it all. Alright. Send you. See if he wants to block. Nope, he doesn't. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. get that off the board. And he's got a Storm Chaser. Okay, that'll have to die. So, I think I can tracker... Yeah, I can tracker fall him. And that'll leave us in pretty good shape. So what I wrote about prowess was you just gotta prioritize taking out their creatures ahead of doing much else. And that is definitely the situation we find ourselves in right now. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yep. Zap. And thankfully we have a little bit of board presence as well to get some pressure on. And we're making our way towards Big Daddy. We've pretty much had to burn our so-called big spells defensively, so they're not going to have the impact on this game we might like. Another one of those. Okay. Really want to draw land this turn. Let's get attacking. The Scion gives him an easy block. I want him to have hard blocks, and I guess that's what happened. Don't need the colorless. Let's get a land or a ramp spell. Nope, denied. Not for me. So I guess I can go ahead and save Jotty. He's probably going to make that thing unblockable, which makes it tempting to resolve the journal. But if he doesn't, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This puts me up to 10. And then I could fetch on end step and go get Ulamog. He's at 6. So he's under a lot of pressure here. Yeah, the journal's not going to have an impact, but the Ulamog play still could. How close am I to 2 card types, not 3? Alright, of course he has slip through space, so that's why we could figure that we likely wouldn't get to block. But he's just going full aggro. Okay, he's got a lightning axe. So he's not completely dead here. But is he? Yeah, he's still just dead to the attack. So I guess he's hoping to draw another land? Just never stop attacking, I guess, is the Gemini way. And he's done. Alright. So, that was Gemini's Is It Prowess mana base with Foundry of the Consuls coming back to bite him. That deck is really, really hungry for cards that, you know, it needs to cast multiple spells a turn, and so it needs colored mana. It needs enough colored mana to cast its spells over and over. You can't stop at 1 blue and 1 red and get away with it. And that's probably the whole story of that game, is he just couldn't cast 2 spells on most of his turns and cast his creatures. Alright. So that's why I don't run any brown lands in my prowessy type stuff, but, you know. You are free to try it if you like to. It's certainly, though... It is certainly a way that you can drop some games, sadly. Let's see what happens now. We'll see if he changes decks or tries something new. So, and what we're going to do now is we're going to run the Hexproof ramp, which is a very similar deck to the deck that we just played. But it focuses on hexproof creatures instead of monstrous, like really large rolling thunders and ravaging blazes and all the things that are hanging out in the other deck. So here's what we're going to play right now. And you guys can follow along with that if you like. Okay, pretty good. We'll need to draw 1 more land. or a way to get it, and I think we can handle that task. This deck doesn't use the turn 2 ramp spells like it doesn't use Death Cap Cultivator, and it doesn't use Ruin in their wake, but instead uses Pilgrimage and Explosive Vegetation to do its ramping. So that's another thing I'm also testing out, is what's the best way to ramp. Ruin, you know, when it works, it's awesome. It doesn't always work. Death Cap, they can interact with it and kill it. So let's see. He's coming out Renown. He's going Renown on me. Curious to see how that works. All right. Another land, so we'll do this, and we'll do that. Right now we don't have a play for our next turn, which is a bit concerning. We'll get the blue in case we draw that Radiant Flames. We're going to really want to be able to cast it. Which, if I had thought about it, I should have played the Craig, I suppose. Oh well. Sequencing errors. Here's a Declaration in Stone for the Jotty, so he's prioritizing getting that thing dead. So I'm gonna... Let's see, I can block while he doesn't have Trample. I might draw a way to deal with this and keep it from ever getting Renown. So it saves 2 life now, 3 life future. Yeah. There's not much more for Sylvan Advocate to do. The plan is to draw Radiant Flames or Kozilek's Return. I guess that's okay, but we did kind of blow it, didn't we? Because we didn't play the Craig last turn. Note to self, little deck building mistakes. Alright. Now let's see what else he's got. I think he missed his land drop. Let's see if he can keep the pressure up. Double Crusher. Big old dinosaur thing. It's pretty awesome looking. Also, you know, 7/8 trample hexproof, kills a lot of planeswalkers, does a lot of damage. Maybe he slow rolled us just so he could get the land off of this knight. I wonder. Would you do that to me, Gemini? Is that what you would do? He did. He slow rolled me. But he didn't have another play, so that doesn't make that play as awesome as it could be. Alright. Show him that. He knows about that. And we'll get the 2 colorless, I suppose. So that we can cast Ulamog on demand. Or Kozilek, that's the boy. That's the big boy. So he'll get a big crack in right here. Oh, there's a tough guy. He'll hit me for 6, go to 13. I don't know what he could do about the Crusher. Thunder can be for 5. That can leave him with just a Knight of the White Orchid. I think that's the play. I think I want to get those things off the board. So now I'll show him that we got that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go away. And he'll still have a Knight. That's not very threatening on its own. Let's see what else he has to back it up. He's got a Sylvan Advocate. That'll be a 4/5. So, what could he do about a Plated Crusher? I can't think of much. I mean, Celestial Flare is really awkward in a deck like that. And he doesn't have any manlands to pump with his Advocate, which is, like, enemy colors are a big deal now because of that. This has the higher toughness, so we will go with this route, and we'll hold up a red-green, represent some stuff that we don't have. I mean, yeah, Sylvan Advocate's amazing on its own. If you have a creature land, like if it's in enemy colors, like black-green or green-blue, it's even better. Like, it's so much better when you have those things. Alright, so now we can do this. And let's see. And the Crusher brickwalled him last turn, so we'll attack and see if he wants to trade it. If he wants to trade his board for it. He wants to flash in Archangel Avacyn. That's pretty darn good. That's pretty good. Ugh. Avacyn is awesome. Avacyn even better than a Sylvan Advocate. And a very good draw for our opponent. And now this will knock us to 7. So if Avacyn flips, we'd die if we flip his Avacyn, so attacking's not good. Gotta draw a burn spell. Did not get there. So let's see. Blocks, blocks, blocks. 1, 2, 3, die. I guess I can try to wait for one more turn. So we'll thin the deck. Let's see. Well, if we lose this game, it'll be to Mythic Rare Avacyn, and there's no shame in that. The card is bonkers, but let's try to hold out for one more. He should attack with everything. If he attacks with everything, I lose. Let's see if he knows how to use the trigger. He does not attack with everything, so he didn't catch that line. Because if he attacks with everything, I have to block it. Well, I guess I wouldn't necessarily die. Okay, well that keeps us alive. Let's prolong life, shall we? Now, should I attack him? What good would that do? You might think that flipping Avacyn is lethal, but if I go up to 9, then I go back to 6. Yeah, it is lethal if one of his creatures dies. Yeah. So, still lethal, still got a top deck, an Avacyn killing burn spell, like a Rolling Thunder. And what a Rolling Thunder top deck this is looking like. Or Ulamog would do the trick. Alright. But this is the ramp world, right? This is all we do, is we try to draw. Hit it! Yeah. If I attack him, I doubt he'll block anything with Avacyn, so I think it's a suicide mission, so we'll just try to string this thing out. Plus, if we draw a Kozilek's Return or another Radiant Flames, it gives us a few more outs in the deck if we survive this turn. Attack with everything. Attack with everything, and I have to block and kill one of your creatures, then you flip Avacyn, it's lethal. But he won't do it. He's missing it. How to play your Avacyns. Hit it! Nope, not good. Alright, I guess now we can attack and pray. And see if he screws up on blocking. It's about the only thing we can do. And he might just be screwing up on blocking. Let's see. Let's see what he's got. Maybe he has a wild size or something like that. This is why you play out your games. Wow, got him. Okay. Let's see what else he's got. Sometimes you just go for it, I guess. It looks like he's got flooding. So is there anything with haste? Oh, he's conceding. Oh my god. Oh, wow. Oh, probably upset about that, that kind of sneaky play. I guess he was worried about a Rolling Thunder. I guess he was really scared of Rolling Thunder, but if I had that, you know, what's he gonna do? Green-white aggro. Almost got punked out by Avacyn there. Damn. Yeah, you guys see what I'm saying, right? That was pretty intense. That was a good one, though. In every sense, very easily could have lost. So you can't get too excited about the deck that way. Oh, he's really good. Yeah. Gemini is very good. It is. I'm kind of wondering what his thought process was on that block. I'm sure he was scared of something like a Ravaging Blaze or a Rolling Thunder or a Fall of the Titans. I just don't know. But yeah, you can't. You gotta play it out. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. That's definitely a game could have easily lost. So if you're on the side of the green-white aggro player, you're like, hey, could have won that game because Avacyn is ridiculously awesome. And hard to beat, hard to beat. All three plated crushers. All three plated crushers tried to go the distance. Alright. No red, but a turn 2 Jace, and Telling Time can hopefully find it for me. And red is by far the more popular color in the deck. I have 8 mountains, 6 islands, I think, and I think every other land produces red. So, it's interesting. Messages! People sending me messages. Okay, I guess somebody who's watching me wants to send me messages about how great they are. I really don't care. But thanks anyway. But thanks for being a viewer, I guess, if you're out there watching. Alright. Get our Jacing on. Oh, the person who sent me the message wants to tell me that they have the most wins ever in this game, over 3,000 wins. Ciao. That's what they want to say. So, congratulations. That's a lot. That's pretty awesome. Wow, this is going to skip right through my turn and not let me tell in time, and I was talking, so I missed it. I guess I have to... Oh, yep, skips right through my turn. That's probably going to screw me over in this game. Oh well. Looks like we're going to get priority punked, which is one of the biggest reasons that there is not to play this game. Hey CGB, I watch you stream. Just wanted to let you know I'm amazing at this game. Take care. Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. Thank you guys for letting me know. It's very important. I really need to know this kind of stuff. Because if you don't tell me, I'll never understand. Alright. There was a mountain on top. So this game got pretty screwed up, unfortunately. Yeah, and I think we're a little late for Thing in the Ice. Think it's gonna be a little late. And here comes my beatings. And he casts 2 spells, so he's gonna flip, so that'll go back to a 2/2. I don't want it to flip back, so I should kill it now, and then next turn I can go Axe Temper? Yeah. That's the plan. We can have a pretty good next turn. But, let me do my thing here. Copy that. Go over here. Here is the blue-red burn list I am rocking right now, if anybody's into that, as I know many of y'all are. Oh, we just got a new target for our lightning axe. So, axe, temper, Jace. Do I want to do this all on my turn and not let him untap? Yeah, he might have like altered ego or something. I mean, the odds of him having pump spells are pretty low, but at the same time, I don't see what I gain from doing it on his turn. So we will do it now. Bam. Bam. You. And now let's see what he's got. So this will be interesting, because this was a one-land hand, or no, it was a two-land hand, but it was all blue. And we let priority screw our second turn up, so... maybe he's got... what is the card? I think there's a good chance that he has... Bounding Crisis. Yeah, that's the card. So I think I will play this and skip to end step and see if he has anything he wants to cast. And here it comes. Okie doke. And we will get rid of that with Temper, draw a card with Jory. So many triggers, so many triggers! Good times, right? Alright, he's gonna Harbinger my Jory. Interesting choice of cards, the Harbinger. And we're gonna decide what we're gonna do to him next turn. He's going after Jace. I'd go after my life total. Maybe he's having an off day, maybe he's listening to music too loud, maybe he's watching Enter the Battlefield on Twitch while he plays me. A lot of things that could be going on. Alright. So we've got the Lightning Axe duo again, and we have a Telling Time to go with it. It's all pretty good stuff. Jory Axe could also fit in there, and we'd draw a card, but what would we discard? We wouldn't be discarding Temper. So I don't love it. Let's see... anything I'm missing? No, I think we want the... let's see. We'll plus for sure. And I'll take you out. Maybe I want to play Jory and make him get around it? And hold up Axe? Nah. Let's just get all of his creatures off the battlefield. I think that's the plan. Because we can gain a ton of advantage from Jace. So we'll move at instant speed this turn. End step, crack. Sure. Nissa. Okie doke. 1, 2, 3. It goes up to 4. Alright. And he's ticking down, so we're gonna blow up his stuff right now so he gains no benefit. The Mondo combo. Fiery Temper and Lightning Axe. Blood brothers till the end. And we'll tell some time while we're at it. I guess we'll take the blast, and I guess we'll take the fumarole, and we'll play. We'll have a creature turn, double creature turn, and tap land. All right. Oops, backwards, wrong order. Stop me if you've seen this one before. I played things out of sequence. Bad me. Let's try not to screw it up too much from here now. Oh well. My bad. We'll do better next time. We'll do better next time. Could have had a card. Also screwed up my second turn, so I need more reps with this deck, especially on Xbox. Feels a little funky. Alright, at 20. Thing in the ice. It's one of those times when you really want to start casting multiple spells a turn and getting cards off Jory and hitting things with the Storm Chaser Mage. I don't have anything for one I can really flash back, though, so I guess I'll just flash back the Telling Time. And that's some good stuff. I think I want... Island lets me play Thing in the Ice this turn. I'll put Chandra on top. And we're probably going to have some syncing issues as Jace tries to get all resolved. Man, Jace really likes to throw the game out of whack nowadays, doesn't it? Anybody else notice this when trying to use Jace? There we go. And we'll cast you. Attack you. He's got Archangel Avacyn. Go figure. Gotta get used to that. I definitely need to play around Avacyn more. I haven't played against her nearly enough. So do I Geist Blast here, or I can Geist Blast, copy and Geist Blast to kill Avacyn. That does an extra 1, 2, 3. That's not really worth it, so I'll just hold up. Although it can start the train to flipping Thing in the Ice, which might really matter. Where are we at? We're at 7. So 2 games in a row, and we've run into the Archangel. And he wants to go for Jace, huh? Interesting. Nope, not what I do. I guess he's worried about getting through the Is It Mage if I'm able to plus Jace and just nix his Avacyn a bunch. He's thinking. He's gonna do it. I guess we'll go... If I was gonna go upstairs, I should have done it on end step. I feel like I've definitely screwed up this game a few times, but we'll go for it. We got the Ravaging Blaze for Avacyn now. Should have done that on my main phase, though, with the Storm Chaser Mage. Or on my turn is what I mean. Woohoo! Alright. What could he have? Well, if he's got something, let's find out. It appears he does not. And we got the Lumber and Falls. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But this is lethal if he doesn't have anything to stop it. And he didn't have anything for last turn, so I think we're good. Yep. Man. So that was a bit of an ugly game, and I need more practice with the blue-red burn deck. That's only, I think, the second time I've played it on Xbox One. So yeah, that one needs some practice. Not my best work. And I gotta think about that darn Archangel Avacyn, even though there's only one in the game. Can't go walking into it like an idiot anymore. But good lessons, good lessons. Let's get some Esper on. And I'm trying to find you a deck list here. There it is. So we're going to try something that's probably an utter failure, which is a creatureless Esper. But let's see. I mean, in theory, I can see how this deck can work, but every time I've tried, it has not gone very well. But let's give it a shot here today. Why the heck not? With our luck, Gemini will play Esper as well, and we'll just have a grindy mirror match. Alright, that's a hand we're looking for. Can't imagine much better. So we'll lead with the black in case we draw another one and need to grasp. And he's open up on Cinderglade, so what shenanigans is the Gemini up to? Oh, Aristocrats. Easily the worst thing that Control could possibly run into, I think, is Aristocrats. It's just such an obnoxious deck for a Control deck to manage and keep in check. Yep, there's the Husk, right on cue. So, we'll need to either keep. This will be interesting. We'll have to cast Telling Time here and decide how we're going to deal with this Nantuko Husk. Okay, we'll take the Languish and we'll take the Evolving Wilds. And that'll go get another Swamp, and we could have Spell Shrivel up for a turn to keep this from getting worse. We could also declare in stone the Husk right now. Throw him off his curve, maybe. But if he has another one, we'll really get punished. We could also go for a turn with Spell Shrivel and then make this decision next turn depending on what he does and what we draw. I think I like that. We'll take 3. It's not the end of the world. We'll take 6 if he wants to get aggro about it. Yeah, I think we'll put off the decision for one turn. But yeah, creatureless Esper on display bounce. So we'll see if I can make Control without creatures a thing. All right, Husk number 2. Lucky us. Now I could declare it in stone, but he would just sack it in response if he's smart. So I think we have to take this route. So one Husk out of the way. Let's get 2 Husk out of the way. Yeah, if you sack it, you don't get a clue. Alright, now let's see what he does. We decide if we want second white or second black, although second black's pretty clearly winning. But yep. Aristocrats matchup is hard. Esper Control creatureless is hard. We're gonna see what we can do. He's gonna go A-bomb. Alright. I've got a solution for that. Okay, we could Languish and get him down on a Scion, or we could Grasp the Husk. I think we'll save Grasp because it goes well with Spell Shrivel for a 2-spell turn, and we'll get the Languish done. But it would be nice to draw one more land. You can check that deck list if you want to. I know I'm going to. I'm pretty sure I'm running 26. Yes, I am. 26 and the telling times to find him. But he's down to the Westvale Abbey, which is also going to be a pain. There's Call the Gatewatch. Not on time. Let me put it that way. Not on time. Not really where we want it, and we've got enough Planeswalkers in our hand. One of the problems with creatureless is you run out of Planeswalkers. And I don't know if Call the Gatewatch should stay, especially as a 2-of. Maybe it could be a 1-of. Maybe it's not needed at all. But there's still only 4 to fetch. Okay, here's a Visionary. Yay. Here they come. Makes the Spell Shrivel look pretty bad. It is a 2-of. Let's just get that off the battlefield. Oh, of course. Alright, so let's start getting more cards. I know I'm playing it into creatures. I think that's okay. The loyalty goes up. And we need to start getting ahead on cards. That's how we're gonna compete. That's a great question. What did you reckon to the top 8, by the way? Oh, of the Pro Tour. Yeah, it was good. It was fun. I really liked the top 8. It was both a bunch of amazing players, and it was really unique decks. So that is something I love to see. Alright, here he comes. He doesn't have any other critters. Alright, good. Draw me a card. I'm having some problems. You can't make another creature this turn. I don't have double white, so I guess I'm going to be Grasping of Darkness. I guess I'll hold up the Telling Time in case he somehow walks in something I can Spell Shrivel. We also want to find a Celestial Flare, of which we have 2, as quickly as possible for that Profane Prince. Don't want that happening. Alright, you go down. We want to keep the token around in case he makes another and we can declare him in stone. Down to 1. Passing, Telling Time. Give me some white. Or just give me nothing. 26 lands, ladies and gentlemen. So Jace is good here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, Jace Deadweight is the way it's gonna go. How about that land? Hey! It's tapped. Boo! Alright. He's gonna make another dude. He can minus Nissa. That gives him 5 power. I'm at 9 life. I can unravel one of his humans. So then he's got a 1/1 and an 0/1. And he can sack Nissa to go after Ob. I think I'm fine with that. I'm sure I'm fine with that. I really would. I'd like to draw land. I need more land than even I have right now. Alright, bouncy bounce. He's gonna make a dude. I'm gonna go get white. Negate would be nice to have. Would do me a lot of good. Negate would be a really good card for the deck. I think he drew that swamp or he's slow rolling lands. He's gonna go up. Maybe he's going for Ormondal now. So we do need to find that Celestial Flare. Because he can do that next turn if I don't mess with his guys. Yeah, he does want the Jace gone. I can paying life to draw cards is better for him. I think we can assume that he has Act of Treason, maybe a Bone Splinters, and maybe even a what's the card? Chandra's Chandra's Ignition. I think we can assume that's up there too. All right, look at yeah. Thank you. Looks like we found some land. I bet we draw another. Bada bing. Okay. Don't really think I want to Anguished Nissa, but it's tempting. If I play Sorin, he can untap plus the guys, so maybe it's an Outburst turn. I mean, Outburst might not get a lot better, but Outburst doesn't let me hold up Spell Shrivel, and if I wait a turn, I can do that. So if I get through this turn, I'm good. So, Dead Weight for you. Declarations for you. Land for turn, go. You got a 1/1. Dun 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 dun. In the tank now. Does he wanna? Alright, tick down, yep. Now what? What's it gonna be, Gemini? He's definitely thinking something through. He's gonna go Obligator. Okay. I guess we'll pay the 3. Instant speed removal at its finest. So now he can't make a guy with Abby, so I think it's a Sorin drain his Nissa turn and get our life total back up. Do I want a Telling Time? Yeah, it fits into my curve this turn. White or black, blue. We'll go black, blue. Leave those up. Play this. And he might be able to kill Sorin, but he probably can't kill all 3, and the life gain is pretty clutch right now. Alright. And Abby number 2. Again, where are those Celeste Flares? Gonna need them. Let's see if he can find a way to deal a little more damage to Sorin here. If he has another Obligator, that would be probably the nastiest. We definitely lose a Planeswalker to that. And the one we don't want to lose is Sorin for sure. Now he's going to my head. He's given up on killing the walkers. So, what does he have up his sleeve? Pass turn. Probably something with Chandra's Ignition. Yeah, you win. And you. Alright, let's start ticking. Do I want to minus and kill that thing? No. Not yet. Not that desperate. Kind of expensive, but it is a hard counter. At this point, I think my plan is to hard counter everything that I can for the remainder of the game. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I will go fetch Gideon to make use of my mana. And then we'll pass the turn. He'll make a dude. So, gotta watch his creature count. It's a very unforgiving deck, so if I'm not responding too much to your comments, this is why. And we'll counter you. I don't know how long he's been hanging on to that. It might have been a while. Oh, now he's going for Ob. Ah, he doesn't want Ob to kill something, I guess. Or does he? Okay, all to the head. All to the face. Or not. 1 to Jace. Interesting. Okay. Reveal. Celestial Flare, perhaps? Nope. Top. And let's play another one of these. It's kind of tempting to kill one of his creatures in Gideon. Do I still have a hard counter up that way? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 10. Yeah, I still have confirmed suspicions up that way. And we'll go down and stop paying life, at least for a minute. The life total does need to be managed. And there are some bizarre things that could happen, such as casting a creature, giving it haste with Act of Treason, and then Chandra's igniting it. It's gonna be... This has been a brawl, and this deck is definitely made for long brawls. So let's see if he's got Obligator, Bone Splinters, what he wants to do about the Knight token. It's the first creature he's had a chance to target. And there are a lot of cases with this deck where I don't even let him target a creature. I don't even make one. He's gonna Blister Pod. That is fine. He's gonna Bone Splinters. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2. If he has to pay 4... Yeah, I'll let him kill Ob here if he wants to. I really don't want to plus it much more. And if he has one more creature and goes Ormondal, I'll be ready. And if he doesn't, we'll probably throw an Outburst. Yep, here we go. End step. What's he gonna do? He's thinking still about something this turn. Okay, now he's passing. Let's first make sure this goes off without a hitch. Tokens down. See what clock we put him on with what we reveal. Land. Let's try to get something better. Bottom. Still can't get a shambling vent, which is kind of the real ticket right now. Alright, let's clock him with Gideon. We win the race if he's gonna go 1-1s. He can't really afford to attack with them for very much longer. He's gonna need other spells to pull this off. And I think I might even be willing to use the Flare here. Another land. Nantuko Husk. If we shrivel him... Keep double white open. If we confirm... If he pays 4 right here, he can't do a lot of the things he wants to do. He's probably going for an ignition win. Yep, so now he's down to 3. 3 lands. And he's passing turn. Alright. Let's see what we can reveal here. Down to 4. So we just have to clear the way for Gideon, and we can certainly do that easy enough. Yep, that did it. And we beat Kratz, which is, like, it's a notoriously hard matchup for control, so I'm pretty happy about that one. I didn't see a lot wrong with the game, really. We pretty much were under pressure most of the time from Abby or Scions or something. So I don't see a lot. I don't see a lot wrong, really, with how that game played out. I think it was a very good test. And the power of plussing planeswalkers that draw cards. It's pretty awesome. Definitely one of the big draws to that build. Call the Gatewatch was very underwhelming, but mostly because I drew my planeswalkers, so I never really needed it. It would probably be a lot more important if I had a hand without them. There are only 4 in the deck, so that means 60% of the time I won't even see one around the time I really need to. Or not 60%, around 40% of the time. So a couple Call the Gatewatch make that a lot less likely, but it is a tempo negative play and may not go in there. Gemini, you know, he's pounded me and he's kicked my butt a few times, so he's probably a little frustrated right now. But that, you know, it's all right. There's respect there. I know he's not a bad player. I know he's not losing because of that. I think my decks are, like, I did work quite a bit on them today, so I think they're at least reasonably tuned. Oh, I didn't update my Bant list. Well, this isn't an updated deck either. Oh well. Guess we'll do our best. I forgot to give this one the tweaks. Yeah, I guess we'll go get green and hope we can draw something untapped. Otherwise, we're going to have a clunky start. Yeah, I'm sure he's back on telling time, or maybe he's running Esper control now because he got jealous of seeing me activate my planeswalkers so much. That's what I would guess. That's what I would assume. So, what do I want to get horribly awry'd the most? Probably the Pacifist. Ta-da! You will never give up on the horribly awry. This will be a much shorter game if I stay mana screwed. Much shorter than the last battle. And again, this isn't even the deck that I worked on. Let's see what Mega Beast has for me. Messages from the Beast! Yay, more horribly awry. He wants to battle me now. Yeah, we can probably do that after I get my butt kicked here. I'll give myself one more land drop. Although I should probably wait it out, especially if he does nothing. But hey, we hit. So... I guess Nissa's the best bait. Get me another land. Horribly awry number 3? No, scatter. Okay. Just all the counters. Just counter everything, dude. Everything. Yeah, we'll keep putting it to the test. He doesn't have a colorless source. I know he loves Thought Knot in that deck, so maybe that's what's in his hand. We can hope. Tireless Tracker. Alright, no more counter spells. Just probably removal spells, but at least we got a clue out of the deal. And I don't have colorless for my Displacer, but it's not a big part of the deck. It's kind of lame having them both because most of the time it's just a guy, you know? But, yeah. We only have the one waste in the Evolving Wilds to go get it, so we've really only got 4 in the deck. It's not very highly likely I'll draw it right away. And there's Sorin. That's what I was worried about. I bet he goes right for the Displacer, too. I would tick up for sure. Anytime that my loyalty can be double the power of the creatures on the field, as a general rule, I tick up. Like, yeah. So I guess I play under counter magic here, and if he plays something to block for Sorin, I can attack through it with Krasis. He won't suicide Sorin, that's for sure. Let's see what he gets. He gets a 5-drop, guys. That's gross. All right. I guess if I play this at instant speed, he can't do his Jace thing to it, but he'll draw a bunch of cards. We've probably lost, but hey, let's just go get drained out here. Yep, this is the sit around watch triggers. I'm sure he felt this way during my game, so I can't complain. But this is the appeal of Esper, that's for sure. And now he's gonna Thought Knot me, okay? Take your pick. Probably picks the Krasis, which perhaps I should cast in response. Yep, he does. Okay. So we'll have a card draw turn instead. Krasis? Okay. Sorin eats Gideon alive here. Very negative experience for all involved. Okie doke. Let's start here. See if he wants to do anything. Nope. And we'll go here. And look at the telling time go. How could he lose? How could he lose when he tells that much time? And we'll plus so that he doesn't just soar and drain it. And we'll see his Anguished Unmaking, which I bet he'll have. But you gotta try. Sometimes they got it. I think it would have gone, you know, man, if we hadn't missed those 2 land drops, I think it would have gone interestingly different. Okay, that's good. Because he'll make a dude, he'll swing, he'll attack my Gideon, he'll drain my Gideon, I'll have nothing. But that was the kind of older version of Bant I've been running with, and I meant to update it, I didn't, so that's not the deck I meant to play, unfortunately. And there's my loss. Okay. So Mega Beast wants in now because Gemini, I guess, is salty. Sorry about that, Gem. So let's get the Beast in here. The Beast Master. The Mega Beast himself. For some reason, I'll always have an image of Garruk. Planeswalker Garruk is, I think, what Mega Beast is the embodiment of. And that's not what I expect him looking like whatsoever in this crazy bird look. Thanks for the games, Gemini. I see you're hanging out in chat now. Sorry, looked like you were having a rough day there for a bit. I mean, I guess the biggest one that you've had control over was the green-white versus ramp. I think you should have won that game. I think there were some things that Avacyn could have done differently, but the rest of the time it was just... I thought the games were pretty tough, and I thought it was good testing. Need to draw a land for this to be good, though. I'll try again. Ugh. Ew. Okay. That went well. That went well. All right. Well, we'll open up strong, and hopefully we can make it go somewhere. Is about all I can say. I only played the Esper deck once today. It's like I only played it one time. Okay. But yeah, that's about... Hey, Gemini, that's how other people feel when you run Esper against them, so just take it with a grain of that. And this is probably Beastie and his Birds deck. So getting our Husk Reflector Mage would be a big negative, but I don't think we can play around that. I think we just have to roll with it, go for it. Oh, good. And he's got Knight. So this isn't a Birds deck, or it is a Birds deck with Knight. I don't know. I don't know what to make of that. Knight's pretty bad. I was worried about small toughness flowers. Can you face my friend? Is your friend like too shy to challenge me himself? Like, what's the deal? Is this like one of those things like my friend likes you, but she's too shy to come over here? Like, what was going on here? It's like one of the most bizarre requests ever. Does your friend have all the cards unlocked? I don't even know what that sentence was supposed to say, and I don't want to. Say hello to my little friend. Yeah, no doubt. Yep, you can come right in. He's probably got Indestructible card. Well, I'll race you. It's a Husk deck. It likes to race. What else you got? Sky spawner, okay. Sky spawner. Husk number 2. I guess that should get it out in case he draws Reflector Mage. I should cast this card. Damage for use. Damage for use. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah. So that's the play, and this is the response. Nighthawk, hi. Nice to see you. Where did you get your ad for Magic Duels? Curious. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this makes 13. But I think he's gonna block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14. So he has to block the Husk. I have to sack something. It'll probably be a Blister Pod, and then I can follow with Tracker, I guess. Alright. I'm hoping he forgets about the Quagmire. He doesn't. Too good. Too good to forget about the Quags. He probably really needs land number 4 for a Thunderclap. Also, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. He can't kill me out of nowhere with Kithian's Tactics right here either. Oh, you got an ad for Magic Duels on Twitch, huh, Nighthawk? That's new. You don't see that every day. So, just a reminder, everyone, this game we are trying to win with a 4-card hand. Our opponent has the full 7 and is probably missing a land drop from being really gassed up. And there's the land drop, but it's tapped. Oh, isn't that brutal? There's the Always Watching. So we've got to close him. Oh, not this turn. Well, yes, this turn. It's gonna actually 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see here. He blocks there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, cool. Oh man. Priority. Okay, gotta think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, that's close. Alright, I'll go for it. But he might have us here. Let's see, I'll block the Husk. I'll sack the Clue. It's +1/+0. So I need to draw like a Bone Splinters or something to make sure I don't die. So we'll do the green. Let's see here. Oh, that's a land. Okay. Well, there we go. Fail. I was hoping to draw Bone Splinters so that I can beat a Thunderclap Wyvern turn here. But I can't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not enough. I guess I can put him to 2 and eat my land anyway. But 2 and 1 are about the same. We'll do it. If he's got it, he's got it. He should have it with all those cards in his hand. Yep, there's the make a stand. Alrighty. Almost got there. So, Junkrat's 4-card hand versus birds. You at birds. Loss. Alright. So I guess we'll restart the cycle. Beast, you coming back? You gonna play again? Alright, cool. Let's see. Viewer list. There we go. Yeah, cool. A lot of people hanging out. Good to see, good to see. Thanks for coming along. If you like watching me play Magic and talk your ear off, then you're welcome to go ahead and click the little heart follow-y button thingy up there near the top. Because I do this a lot, probably just about every day. So if you're having fun so far, you have nothing to lose. Alright. Pacifist, pacifist. Let's see if he's got a spell to play. I should have led with the Canopy Vista. It would have made the Chapel come into play untapped anyway. Then I could have had Pilgrim if I wanted it. He does have a spell to play. Alrighty, alrighty. Now we'll test his removal chops. I'm in no rush to flip the Pacifist. Once it does flip, attacking will be just fine, but it can stay home for a minute. Too many basics, though. We only, I think, play 3, maybe 4 in the whole deck. I think it's like 4 basics in the whole basic forests, and we drew 3 of them. Prefer not to. It does make things a little harder. So he doesn't have removal right off the bat. Pacifist doing the brick wall job. Hey, we can get that last forest now. Thank goodness. Do I want to? It's a better use of my mana this turn than Eiley is, but Eiley provides a problem to get around, and I can activate the clue. So, yeah, I think that's the turn we'll have as I look for double black. I could attack if he activates, and I pump. It kills both. Yeah, we'll be aggressive. More white. Yay. There's definitely better things I could have done that turn. I could have... Well, I think I'd want to block with the Pacifist anyway, but I could have attacked with it if I sacked the clue pre-combat. Ugh. I think I sequenced that whole thing wrong. Ugh. Focus in. Less reading chat and internet. More focus in. Okay. So, just judging by the way this game has gone so far, I'm sure I can just cast bigger, stronger creatures than he can. So I think we'll just dig up with Recruiter. I'm also, let's see. I think we'll just sit back otherwise and dig for a while. I could attack with Eiley there. I smell something funny. There's something funny. I mean, this deck should be a lot of low-cost stuff, and he did nothing last turn. It's the color combination for combat tricks too. All right, let's recruit. I definitely want more creatures and more creatures to cast, especially now they have that flyer. There's another Eiley. That's not necessarily great, but it means we can go ahead and get aggressive with ours. And then this turn we can flip, I think. Though I'm tempted to just keep getting stuff onto the board. I think I'll draw a card and see if I can get to my double black, because that would change how I want to do things. Okay. Send in one of our Eternal Pilgrims. He'll take that. And I could flip here, but I'm not in a rush to attack. I think I'd prefer to Pacifist. And then since there won't be an upkeep trigger, I'll Grasp now to make sure he doesn't get anything off that later. And his turn. We also don't want the flyer out there for Nissa. It's a good enough reason to get a flyer off the board. Declaration Stone gonna take out the pacifists. So he drew both of them. Or no, that was last game. Let me see here. Oh yeah, he did draw both of them. What was the other thing he hit right away? He hit the tracker. Alright. Well, them's the breaks. Hardly the end of the world, though. Go get forest number 4. I'll play the double black in case we can just raw dog top deck a Grasp of Darkness. We'll make a 4/4, so he has to get through that if he wants to get at me. And I will pass the... I don't think he'll take this trade. If he does, I can activate in response and get a lot of value out of it. I really don't want to block with it. So I guess I can go for a chip shot. Okay, so we know he doesn't have any 2-mana tricks now. Thanks for asking, Nighthawk. I found the Pro Tour very fun. It was the top 8 had very well-known players, which adds to a lot of excitement. I wanted Michael Majors to make it. I've liked a lot of his writing lately, but he didn't quite get there. And let's see, what else? What else about it? All the unique decks. That was pretty cool to see. Let's dig instead. I'd rather have a creature than just one card off the top. Yep, that's a creature I like. Like that in the matchup. Okay, so he's got 3 on the first strikes. Let's tick Nissa up before I make any more complicated decisions. Okay, that's juicy. So we can declare Lantern Scout, gain 8. Turns on Eiley. Alright. We'll play the land in case he wants to block Recruiter, and I'd prefer to activate it. Okay, he does block Recruiter, so I think I'll go for one more dig. Might as well. One more dig. There's a big one. And there we go. 6 to 26. Everything looking dandy. I can't believe he spent that turn casting Valor and Akros, but I guess he thought his only way back was to play this, then play a bunch of things. I just feel, I mean, that was definitely a 4-mana do nothing to the board type moment. Ouch. And so here's Knight. That can lead to some explosive turns. Hello, Flip Mode. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the channel. ZZ says, what's good? Things are good, dude. Can't complain. Life is good. It was a really fun Magic weekend. I did my writing today, so that's always kind of the culmination of my weekend, as I don't do much work on Monday other than writing. So tomorrow is more like back to work for me. 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3. I guess will you will plus. Let's see here. A lot of ways to go here. I think I can get lethal with 1 sacrifice and 2 activations. So how much mana does that cost? That costs 7. Plus I need to cast these. So I can't get there. The only favorable block he has is with the Knight of the White Orchid on the Lantern Scout. So this will trigger lifelink. And sacrificing it will get me above the 30. Cultivator. Exile the tracker. Nope. Exile the Knight. Sacrifice you. Attack. And he'll go to 1 this turn. Yeah, this is pretty much a junk mid-range, but it's it's pretty revamped. I got a deck list for you somewhere. Just a second. So he throws in the towel on that. Can't blame him there. I would probably do the same. The pacifists, the Lammold pacifists did a lot that game to brick wall any serious attempt at aggression out of the beast. Pretty handy. And we'll cycle back to the big spell ramp here. We'll cycle back to big spell ramp. If only that Valor would have kicked in. Yeah, man. Once again, he needed his 4th land earlier. I don't know how many lands he runs, or maybe it's just bad luck, you know? Oh, message. Maybe he can't play another. He did say he had to leave. Yeah, Mega Beast does have to go. Let's see here. So, I don't know if Gemini wants to come back. I guess I'll go pub searching for a minute. We'll probably keep things going until about 6, so we can probably get 2 more games in for funds. And let's see here. Oh wow, thanks everybody for watching. It is a lovely Monday afternoon for some Magic. And I try to play every afternoon. I usually get on sometime between 3 and 4. And I usually go till about 6, sometimes a little later. Oh, Gemini. Oh, I just got a game, Gemini. Shoot. Well, I'll play this for a minute, but if he plays anything too bad, I'll just concede. He can have the gold, and we can play a few more. Yep, it's the first corpse hauler. I'm out of here. But, hey, a Scyther Mark. He's got a 38, so he's at least figured out how to win 38 games, though he hasn't figured out how to make a 60-card deck. It happens. Alright, we shall keeps. Again, I don't know if this card belongs here. Don't judge it. It's just something I really wanted to mess with. Don't copy this yet. It's not ready. I am not endorsing. I'm not endorsing the journal. Waste off the top. I guess we'll go get red. And he's starting out on Molten Vortex, so might be some kind of a burn concoction that we're up against. Doesn't quite meet the criteria for the abort switch, but it's not that far from it either, but we'll see. Maybe it's red aggro. You can win 38 games playing red, especially on Xbox. Here comes a Mage Ring Bully. Alright, so it is some kind of red aggro. Alright. Yeah, pilgrimage faux show. Alright, get those going. Oh man, this card, yeah, this card is the clonk. The clonkest of the clonk. Oh yeah. You gotta be committed to play that Tamio's Journal, I guess. Hey, Goblin Warpaint, going for it. Here come the smashings and bashings, as I think it's Smeagol would say. Alright. I'm gonna need to draw something to kill stuff, which there's a lot in the deck, just haven't drawn it yet. Okay, there's another red. I'm just gonna... let's see. I guess I'll take a huge hit and go journaling. I mean, it's in the deck. I gotta do something. Gotta do something. But that's probably a suicide pact right there. I'm not pretending that was a great play, a smart player. That journal should even be in the deck. So, please. Withhold your judgment as I get my butt kicked. Alright, we're not going to block anything with Jotty. We're not to the point in the game yet where... okay, cool. Do you have another? Oh, he's going to Vortex it. Well, that makes me feel like I should have. But, there you go. I was going to say we're not in the point of the game where it's lost, where it's going to lose me all that life yet, but there we go. Alright. 11. One card left. Clue Up. Tireless Tracker is also a Clue Up type card. Tracker, Cultivator, Forest. Gives me 2 blockers for his Glory Chaser. And lets me tutor next turn if he doesn't kill me. Okay. I'll go for it. I will go for that. Oh, Alright, here we go. Let's see if he can put me away. He has the Firebird. Ouch. Ouchie wawa. So next turn I get a land. So I can kill the Glory Chaser, lose both creatures. I guess it's the bigger threat. And next turn I get to tutor and I can go get Fall of the Titans or Rolling Thunder and kill the other 2. I'm gonna go to 5. Not quite Firecraft range. Or I could take... Yeah, the other way does put me in Firecraft range, even though I get to keep, like, the Tireless Tracker. Oh well. Yeah, I can't even count. I meant 6. So... I guess Radiant Flames is probably what I should use to save my big spells to close, and I can also cast Explosive Vegetation this turn. 1, 2, 3... Go get Nissa's Renewal as soon as I get back up to enough of them. Oh wait, this deck doesn't use Radiant Flames. That's my other ramp deck. So in this case, I guess I want the Thunder. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yeah, I got enough. Just barely. Alright. Now we need time. Let's see if our opponent will give us some. Hopefully they'll top deck auras and not, you know, creatures. Yep, creature, right. Did it. Okay. And let the top deck wars begin. There's one. Alright. Do I want to save it for his turn? Then I can't veggie this turn. If I can veggie and fall this turn and take it out. Then I go to 4. I wish I could try to catch him using his mana. But that's unlikely. Alright, that's the play that we'll make. In this case, I would definitely agree with you there, Nighthawk. Right now, in this moment, the Vortex and the Firebird are very counterintuitive. So let's see if he has anything end step. Maybe a Twin Bolt? Nope. Didn't tap out, so we'll do it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Down to 4. So Firecraft range, and also if he has a land that he's slow rolling with that Vortex, he's got a Lava Step Raider. Does he have an enchantment for it? Not yet. Not yet. And that's not a good card for the situation. So if we're going to live, we have to use our clues. And I don't even think I want to cast this first to thin, because there are plenty of things I could draw that will need the mana. Ugh. Last shot. Okay. Did it. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. And we play on. Let's see what our opponent can do. Another creature off the top. And here comes 3. So I'll have 2 draw steps. Hopefully they'll be good. Nighthawk hates me for top decking the way I do. Yeah, I get pretty disgusted with myself some days too, man. It's my cross to bear. Whoo! That's pretty good. So maybe I don't have to sack that clue. Let's see how many lands are left in my deck. It could be the case that we do want to sack the clue. Just because our average draw is going to get very good once we get all the land out. And our ramp spells, yeah, there's still a long way to go. No, I want this one untapped, thank you. And let's thin again. Okay, and I'm actually going to go ahead and crack this, because I just can't picture, like, I have to keep up with his draws, and right now lands are good, spells are good, you know? Okay, so that's a draw. Yep, that's a draw. This isn't Geist Ramp, but it has the Geist Blast in there to make some big things happen. Alright, so we're gonna block here and see what he does. Twin Bolt for Jotty, probably. Yep. So now, let's go ahead and Geist Blast this thing. Should have waited till after damage for that, but that's what happens. I'd have known something was up when he didn't pump the Raider, but then it would have been too late for me to do anything about it. Alright, go fetch. Probably shouldn't have tapped the blue. I meant to go tap a waste. It was too far away. Yes. And sack again. Hello. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 16. -5 is 11, copied is lethal. So we'll hold that and try to lethal him next turn, is the plan. I wonder what the card in his hand is. If it's the same one that's been sitting there a long time, like if it were a land, he could have used it last turn. Okay, here's Fiery Impulse. Got rid of Jotty. Pump your Raider. Yep. So, Silly Tamio's Journal. Somehow we turned the corner and it didn't completely lose us the game. What a silly card. I wouldn't say it completely won it either, but, you know. Alright. And this is the dangerous part. Can you flick through all these lands before the timer runs out? As anybody of you who have tried to play a deck with this type of thing in mind know very well. Boom, boom. Got there. Well, that was an exciting game. I'll send Gemini an invite now, see if he wants to do one for the road. What a game. GG. Thank you, Jojo. That was a toughie. The toughie right there. But just barely got there. I want more plays with the burn deck. So let's try that one. And last time the burn deck barely pulled it off, and did so even though I screwed up turn number 2 really bad. So we gotta be mindful this time of when we're casting teletimes and getting priority and all of that stuff. Because Wizards ain't gonna fix it. It's up to us to play around it. That's all there is to that. Gemini, Gemini, where is Gemini? Guess he's not around. That or he really doesn't want to play me anymore. Alright, so we'll take it to the randos. I don't know if we can top that last game, but we'll see. And hopefully it won't be Like I said, hopefully we won't bump smack into a corpse hauler. Loading. Hallelujah. Let's do it. Looking is it. Looking like prowess or thopters from the choice of avatar. That, of course, could be misleading. If you guys are having fun and you want to do this again, hit the heart button, which basically means you'll follow me and it'll let you know when I'm playing. You can turn on notifications too. I try to do this about, I feel like I could stream. I'm certainly not the best. I screw up more than my fair share, but it's all in good fun. So this is the opening. Like, if I could run 4 of each in this deck, well, if I could run 4 of each, I would probably not play this deck or this mix of spells. Something else would probably be more awesome. But if I could pick 2 cards to run 4 of in the deck, so you got nothing to lose. You won't get any curveballs. Duels is all I play, so it's not like tomorrow I'll be playing some totally different game. This is the only game I do. It's the only game I love. I enjoy watching other games, or playing games I watch, but this is the only one I like to play, and definitely the only one I feel like I could stream. I'm certainly not the best. I screw up more than my fair share, but it's all in good fun. So this is the opening. Like, if I could run 4 of each in this deck, well, if I could run 4 of each, I would probably not play this deck or this mix of spells. Something else would probably be more awesome. But if I could pick 2 cards to run 4 of in the deck, it would be Fevered Visions and Storm Chaser Mage, because the deck is pretty much, doing an orbit around these. These 2 cards do a lot of pile on, like, kind of the damage consistently, while you either control the board or just go straight to face with the rest of the deck. Well, I guess we're just trying to end this quickly at this point, so face is the place. Hearthstone style. The deck is the result of prowess not really being good, the creatures in it being too fragile and dying too easy, and generally being horrible. So instead, I just wanted a deck that did hard to deal with damage like Visions and Storm Chaser Mage, and then burned the heck out of everything. Hey, so it is prowess, and he's got Jory. What up, Jory? But he's down to 7. Lightning Axe would have been so ideal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So close. Hitting a Lightning Axe would do it. So I guess I'll take the somewhat aggressive approach. I think we win no matter what, but I just want to see if I can close it out this turn while he's tapped out. That's a very unfortunate reveal, but there you go. Up top. Uno. So odds are pretty good that Visions will get him, because even if he plays 2 spells this turn, Jory will draw him another card. How brutal. Maybe he's trying to do a very similar thing in the ice to me. Probably. So I can't go out like this. We're going to have to play one more. We're going to have to get one more game. Our opponent mulliganed to 5, and the game never really became a game, so it doesn't count for much. Isn't Lightning Axe that old 5-mana do 5 sorcery? Is that Fire Axe? It's something. Lava Axe. Lava Axe is the card you're thinking of. Lava Axe is the old 5 mana, 5 to the face sorcery. That's Lava Axe. Lightning Axe is instant speed. You discard a card, and it for 1 red, it does 5 damage to a creature. But yeah, Lightning Axe. Not a card I played very often with. I think there was like a version of the old Burn Chandra deck from the old Duels where I played it, because that deck had so many horrible cards, you may as well have the one that does damage to the face. But, Blaze, I don't know if they're going to make many more Blazes, or if they do, they make them rare and don't give them to us. What was it? Burn Within is a card we didn't get. That is a lot like Blaze. But yeah, I'm with you. But Fall of the Titans works like that a lot of times in the right decks, and sometimes much better. Yeah, Fall of the Titans, pretty cool. Pretty cool card I'm coming around on. All right, Razzie, send us home. Gonna go up against Dalzim and his solar panels. And there's Lightning Axe. 5 damage to target creature. And we got the Mondo combo, so if you discard Temper to the Axe, it does 3, so we can kill 2 things with it. And we have Think in the Ice. This hand is not great, and we could flood out badly. We will keep it anyway. I don't think the odds of the flood are super high, but I'd feel a lot better with a Fevered Visions. I really would. That's like... That card is easily the best... The card that kind of makes this deck go, go, go. But there's only 2, so mulliganing to get 1, pretty risky proposition. Not something I'd recommend. Alrighty. Thing in the Ice, what you got? It's got red and white, so unless he has Declaration of Stone, we're probably good for a minute. And it's land go? It is land go. Not something you see from Boros every day. Speaking of Fall of the Titans, there it is. We'll start toasting face pretty quick here if he does nothing. Get the counters off of our thing in the ice. Although, I don't know. Let's just see what he does. Is face the place. I think I will hold. There's no prowess, there's nothing to really gain except for ticking down Thing in the Ice, and I think that can wait. And we'll hold with telling time as well. I had fun with my Bonesaw Boros deck. That's what I call it, Bonesaw Boros. I thought that deck was pretty fun, but, you know, that might just be me. But, yeah, you had Weapons Trainer, and you just kind of try to Weapons Trainer Bonesaw every game so that your creatures get pumped, and first strike, and away they go. But as far as it being competitive, no, I don't think so. I mean, it could only win some very odd matchups. It sure didn't match up well with other creature decks for very long. Wow. I mean, I guess I bottom the Fumarole and take the kill spells, although I don't know. Well, I guess we'll take Impulse anyway, because flipping Thing is going to be a thing in this game. See what I did there? Alright. So I could flip Thing in the Ice next turn. He's got 2 mana up. That could be Reprisal. That would be a big negative. But, you know, no guts, no glory. If he has Reprisal, he has it. Or I could save it for a bigger tempo play. He'll have to do something some point. I think I'll just save it. I think we'll take our time. Now that I think about it, there's no reason to run headlong into Reprisal, especially, like, anybody under rank 20 always has the Reprisal when I move in. We'll have to see what happens here. We're in no rush. Like, this deck typically doesn't need to hurry unless we're up against ramp, and I haven't seen anything to tell me for sure it's ramp. There is red mana and green mana over there, and there is a Sylvan Ranger. But if he's like an Ulamog type, he's a long way from home. 3, 6, 9, 3, 12, 7, 19. We're almost there. Okay, now he's ramp. Alright, I'm gonna get my move on. I'm gonna get onto the frickin' move here. So what's the best way to do that? Fiery Impulse your guy. He's still got Reprisal up. If he has it, I'll be very disappointed. He'll be heartbreaking. Oh well. No guts, no glory. Well, he didn't do it yet. Normally they just can't wait to pull the trigger. Alright. Got him. Now he's at 6. Staring down double temper and a 7-8. I know, we could have done it a turn or two earlier. I just want a better idea of what the heck was going on. Zendikar Royal. Alrighty. Think if I draw a land, I just win. No, I just win. Anyway, it's all good. I got it. So, bam. Discard. Bam. 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 Zorchies. Ouchie wah. Goodbye, Razzie. Goodbye. Alright. I'm gonna call that a stream. That was somewhat fun. And I definitely had a good time today, so thanks everybody for coming out. Feel free to follow if you're interested in more of these shenanigans in the future. And until later, have a nice day.